So now we have understood about the basic animations thing and all those things. Now let's move on to the Vue.js. What is this transition? Okay. So Vue.js comes with the two built-in components, transition and the transition group. We'll try to see one by one. First, we'll see about the transition thing. So which will help to work with the transitions and animations. I have shown you the transition, that is nothing but transform and transition property I have shown you. And also the animation, that is nothing but a keyframes thing we have seen in the previous thing. So that this transition component will help working with the transition and animations in response to the changing state. I will try to explain you. First one is the transition for applying the animations when an element or component is entering. So here what we have did is the element is already existing in the DOM. This element is already existing in the DOM, and for the existing element we are trying to apply these animations. But for example, let's say that when you apply vi-if property or something like that, so that means when we are dynamically inserting the component, okay, when we are dynamically inserting the component into the DOM through the vi-if something like that, we have used it, right? So for that animations, generally animations, these animations will not work for existing element only. For existing element in the DOM only, these animations will work. For dynamically inserted animations will not work. For that reason, we will be using this transition component. This component will helps to work with the transition and animation. So here see, this transition is a built-in component. So this means it is available in any components template. There is no need to import this component without having to register it. So without registering it, we can use it. So now here, for which animations, for which type of elements we will be using this transition is for conditional rendering vi-if. Whenever you are trying to insert a conditional rendering vi-if, conditional display vi-show, dynamic components toggling via the components, so dynamic components. So this type of things we will be using this transition component for helping. So for those things, it will not be useful. Why? Because the CSS animations will not be useful. So for dynamically inserting things, we need to use this one. So now you need to understand one thing is, so when you use a transition component around an element, okay, around an element, when you are trying to use a transition component, so what will happen is it will try to apply some CSS transition classes to that particular element. So there are about 6 classes it will apply for enter and the leave transition, for entering the element entering. Why? Because this is dynamically inserting, right? So with dynamically the element is getting inserted. So for entering and also for leaving, so 6 type of classes is added. First one is then enter-from. When it is entering into the DOM element, so enter-from it will do. So after it is successfully entered, enter-2 will be placed. So enter-from will be removed and enter-2 will be placed. In between this one, enter-active class will be there. It will be there. In the same scenario, leave-from and leave-2 will be there. And leave-active will be there in all the scenarios. So these are the 6 classes which are helpful for us for writing these CSS classes. I will try to show you this one all. So here if you try to see vi-enter-from, so starting state for enter. So when the element is entering, so this class will be applied to that element. When the element is successfully inserted into the DOM, this class will be removed. And vi-enter-active will be always there from the vi-enter-from to vi-enter-2. So this one is also when animation is finished and all those things. So this one is also will be gone. So in the same scenario, these 3 things also. And let's try to see this one in a simple example. I will try to explain you. For example, let's say that I'm trying to remove this one all. I'm having one div. So some text is there, something like Hi Leela. Okay, so this is the text I want. So here I'll be having one div. So button. So toggle text, something like that. So I want to toggle the text. So here I can apply a class btn primary. I can apply it, and here I can do @click.prevent on toggle. Okay, so here I can apply something like vi-if show text or something like this. On show text is there, so then only we need to show it. So here on toggle, so here on toggle text or something like this we can apply. So here let's go on to this one. So methods, I will be having on toggle text So here I can show this dot show text is equal to, so I will be toggling not of this dot show text. I can write it like this. So here we can have a data property show text is equal to false. So that's it. So we are having show text is equal to false. So what is happened? Yeah. So nothing is there. So let's try to apply class is equal to my-3. So now this is our thing. So let's try to remove these all animations. Nothing will happen. Just I am trying to remove. Let's keep it as simple. Yeah. So now here, this is our code. Let's see the output. What will happen? If we try to see the code, so first time it is not there. So why? Because so we are applying it as false or what? Yeah, first time show text is not there. Okay, fine. Let's try to click on this toggle. So we are able to see it. Okay. Let's try to make it as something like center. So class is equal to margin auto. Oh, sorry. Mi-1 auto. Or otherwise we'll make it as text type and center. Let's make it as something like center so that you can able to see it. I don't want to, where is that one gone? Yeah, so we are able to see it. Now I will try to move it somewhat down also. Margin top or something like that, 200 pixel or anything. I don't want to take so much of risk. Yeah. So now let's try to okay. So now here, so let's keep it like this. So now when I am trying to click on this toggle text, it is going away. So this one is happening in a random manner. So immediately it is going away, immediately it is coming. So now I don't want to get this behavior. So what I want to do is I want to slowly move it and I want to slowly get it. Okay, I want to slowly go up and slowly come down, something like that. I want to make it. So in order to do this one, so what we can do is, so we need to, so this one is dynamically getting inserted, this element. So for this type of things, what we need to do is we need to apply transition. We need to wrap a transition around the element which you want to do a animation. So I have wrapped it around with transition thing. So now let's go on to this one in the style. So when you apply a transition for this one, for this element, it will be applied. So we have shown you, right? 6 classes will be applied for this one. So first one is entering. While entering means while visible. So while it is visible. So the 3 classes is nothing but v-enter-from. So this is one class which will be applied. And another one is v-enter-2. So this is another class. And another one is v-enter-active. So this is another class. So now enter-1 means what I can do is transform. So I can do the transform, translate. So from translate, what I can do is from 0 pixel. So let's try to see what will happen. Or otherwise minus 20 pixels, from minus 20 pixel or something like this. And I want to do to 0 pixel. Okay, I need to do it like this. Now I want to do the transition thing. So transition all 1 second. So this is the thing which I want to apply. So enter transform. So minus 20. So that means from top to bottom it needs to come and it needs to be visible here. So let's try to see what will happen. So if I click on this one, see, it is coming slow. It is coming slowly. But here we are able to see directly the text, right? So now what I can do here, it needs to be opacity 0. And after entering here, it should be opacity. Slowly it should come opacity 1. So we can do it like this also. So it depends on requirement. So now if I try to apply the same thing, slowly it is coming. See, slowly it is coming like this. Now if when leaving also, if I want to apply this one, means what I can do. So we also know that for leaving also it will be applied 3 classes. That is nothing but v-leave-from. And here it should be v-leave-2. And the another one is dot v-leave-active. So these are the 3 classes which will be applied. So v-leave-from means, so from opacity 1 and transform. So translate, where is that one? Y, right? Y. So it should be 0 pixel. So it should go to opacity 0 and it should be minus 20 pixels. So we have applied only minus 20 pixel, right? Like this we can apply it. And here I can do transition. So all 1 second. So we can apply how many seconds you want, you can apply it. So this is the transition when it is leaving from 0 pixel to minus 20 pixel, and from 1 to 0 it should be 1 to 0. It should go away. So now if I try to show the output, so let's try to see the output. So first time we are not seeing anything. See, it is coming and slowly it is going away. It is coming, it is slowly going away. So like this we can apply the transition. So this is how we can apply the transitions thing, using the transition for dynamically inserted element. So like this we can do it. So this is how we will be doing this is how we will be doing this transition thing. So that is what I want to explain you. So now here you can see one thing what I want to see is, so v-leave-from and v-enter-2 is one and the same one. Opacity 1 and 0 pixel, these both are same, right? So you can take this one and you can apply it comma and you can apply it for this one directly. And the another, what has happened? Yeah. And the another one is I can remove this one all. v-leave-2 also, it will be something like v-enter-from. So I can apply it directly like this. So if you have doubt means, so you can write it. So just I want to show you. So v-enter-active and v-leave-active is one and the same one. In this scenario, these both are one and the same. So that is the reason I am applying the same thing. But some scenarios it will be different. You can write the different classes and you can write different properties by adding these classes. Now this also works one and the same only. If I try to show you the output here, refresh it once and here show, see, it is working one and the same only. So this is how we will be doing the animations. This is how it will be useful. The transition thing will be useful. So this is nothing but an enter and leave transmissions for dynamically inserted component. So that is what I want to explain it to you. So this is about the transition built-in component helpful in this one.